What's up guys, BltzZ here today bringing you another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Final Fantasy Marathon currently going on for PlayStation Now. Stay through till the end to get some more exciting alternatives to enjoy these games in either a whole new way or just enhancing that nostalgia even further. Back in August, it was announced that Final Fantasies 7 through 12 remastered editions will be releasing on PlayStation Now every month for subscribers to enjoy. We already have Final Fantasy 7 and 8 remasters out now for PS Now members to play, and this month is officially Final Fantasy 9. After doing some research, it turns out that these are the enhanced PS4 versions that were released a few years ago, and that will be the case for all the Final Fantasy games going on the PS Now service, with Final Fantasy X and X-2 Remaster Collection and Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. To be honest, I forgot this whole PS Now collection for Final Fantasy games was even a thing that they were doing. And it's not even a bad marketing move to get more people to subscribe to PS Now. You know, for the 5 viewers watching this who have PS Now, this is pretty awesome. Okay, but jokes aside, PS Now has come a long way from its initial release. I mean, it's no Game Pass per se, but it still gets the job done for a casual perspective. Last year, I used this to play Metal Gear Solid Collection on stream, and while I was annoyed with how much input delay there was while using it, it's still a pretty great service for those who don't mind or don't notice the delay. Currently, right now, PS Now costs $60 for 1 year or $10 per month. But really, you can just get the 1 year in the $40 ranges if you search around and find enough of those CD Keys websites. But honestly, with this value, it's not too bad considering the total cost of these games altogether would cost about $95 to about $100 to purchase if you search for the cheapest value on various websites. And with 5 Final Fantasy games releasing over a 5-month span, this could seriously occupy a lot of people's time. Well, I mean, if you take your time and don't speed run through it at least. And even if you do finish these games early enough, you'll still have access to plenty other games to play in the PS Now service. Aside from also streaming the games, certain titles have the option to download to the console, which tremendously reduces the amount of delay lag. Only problem is, there are only a select few titles that this is possible to do. If you ask me, I think this deal is targeting newer Final Fantasy fans who recently got into their very first one with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Remake has had an all-time high turnout of newcomers coming to the franchise, and while these other games will have drastically different combat systems compared to what Remake's action-style combat is like, it's still nice to see this option exist for others to really get into. And I'm more than positive a lot of them will enjoy them. I mean, between Final Fantasy 7 to 12, there is something for everybody, even if you don't like 1 or 2 of them. But one thing's for sure, and that's that Final Fantasy 22.9% of people that watch and enjoy these videos are subscribed currently. Guys, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and helps to keep you all up to date on all Final Fantasy related news. Being a subscriber helps support the channel out a ton. It brings us closer to that 50,000 subscriber mark we are very close to hitting. Join the channel today and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more updates. I finally have my fiber lines installed and we will be officially wired up and good to go later today. I will be doing a return stream on Friday though, so look forward to that because I am hella hyped. Now let's get back into the video. Now, would I recommend PS Now as the ultimate way to experience and enjoy these games? Not really. I mean, you could get these games on your own time and not have to deal with the delay situation or the subscription. But realistically, playing these remasters on PC is the ultimate way to go. That is, if you own one. If you don't own a PC, then the PS Now deal isn't too bad, but check Amazon first to see if you could buy any of these titles individually and own them yourself for significantly cheaper. But then again, if you are on PC, then bro, what are you even waiting for? Have you not seen our Moguri mod Final Fantasy 9 Remake videos? I break down exactly how you can install these yourself, as well as many other mods too via the link on the top right. The Moguri mod for Final Fantasy 9 Remake is an absolute must because it fully enhances the entire game's visuals compared to what Square Enix released by itself. Seriously, this game has never looked any better and you will be blown away whether you are a newcomer or a longtime veteran. Alternate Fantasy mod, which I also have a video on, allows veterans to enjoy the game with much more difficulty and variety, not to mention allowing you to recruit another party member later in the game. Check out those videos, guys. But even so, Final Fantasy VII Original on PC has the entire 7th Heaven mods list, which I can't even begin to tell you guys how amazing they are. From adding in voice acting from the Echo S team, to enhancing the visuals from character models, background textures, and even the new threat mod, which changes up the game's experience entirely. You just have so much bang for your buck here. Final Fantasy VIII does have mods, but nothing too drastic as of yet. I mean, you can increase the texture's quality and stuff when it comes to battles, which is pretty cool, but there's still so much more to come, hopefully, in the future. Compared to Final Fantasy VII, which has had their modding system fine-tuned for many years and continues to go on strong. But when it comes to Final Fantasy X and XII, I have no idea what the mods might be for those as of right now. And if you're wondering why there is no Final Fantasy XI, well, that's because Final Fantasy XI is an old MMO, and it's still playable on PC, but requires a lot of workarounds to get it working. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and which way do you prefer to play these amazing games? And that wraps it up for this video, guys. Yes, PlayStation now has Final Fantasy games available to play as long as you are a paid subscriber. But is it the best way to enjoy them? That's ultimately up to you to decide, but for me, I would rather buy them separately and play them on PC with the much needed enhancements that Square Enix unfortunately did not do for us. Shoutouts to the fans, the real ones, the modders who have been holding it down for us from the very beginning. You guys make gaming a much more bearable medium than if it were up to the big head companies only. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are coming your way and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.